There once was a stock that put to sea. The name of the stock was GME. The price blew up and the shorts dipped down. Hold my bully boys, hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when Ryan Cohen joined the board. The captain called all hands and swore he'll take his shares and hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Before the news had hit the market, Wall Street bets came up and bought it. With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. No deals were cut, no shorts were squeezed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the artist's creed. He took the risk to hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. For 40 days or even more, the stock went up, then down once more. All gains were lost, it was looking poor, but still those traders did hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The short's not squeezed and the game's not won. The tendy man makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Oh, I bid farewell to my monthly paycheck, and I gambled it all on a GME bet. To hold with the boys and ignore calls to sell until we have given the hedgies all hell. And the tendies and diamonds are filling my mind. I'll search for the moon and pay losses no mind. I fear not the hedgie, I fear not his greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Plot a course off to Mars from the orbit of Moon, to a place where my gains grew along with my crew. It's not about greed, no, I tell to my best, but sending a message to Wall Street the pest. As the words of their dread fill the space of my ears, they're crying like children, their saltiest tears. My heart fills with joy that it's bigger than we. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Oh, for sure they will learn that there is consequence for playing with markets for his needs and ends. But when Reddit investors used their tricks on them, they screamed and they shouted while we bought again. As the sights of their rage filled the space in my eyes, for they duped us, but they won't escape us this time. We're this far from winning, this far from their greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Now that I'm staring down on the feds and the rich, I'm not sure what I want, but I don't think it's this. As my brothers stand in the raging typhoon, I hold on to my shares as they launch towards the moon. As the The souls of huddlers live forever in my mind as I fulfill the dreams that they once tried to find. I look from the moon with the stars within reach. I remember Wall Street bets and they think of me. For our stocks with the moonshot forever will be. I remember the fallen and they think of me. For the hedges shall crumble and fall to their knees. If tomorrow all the gains were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my stimulus and wife. I thank my lucky stars to be trading here today, 'cause we all still hold our calls and shares, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. From the floor in New York City to accounts on Fidelity, from the house of your wife's boyfriend, you just tried to make him see. From you deep fucking value and your own portfolio, where there's tendies in every artist's gut, and it's time we buy and hold. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? It is April 21st, 2021. And today, I'm reporting to you live from Tendy Town. And that's because everything is green today. Everything, for the most part. All the major indexes are up very big today, and this is great because the last 2 days we've been getting absolutely slaughtered. So nice bounce back today. A lot of people buying the dips. So, got a great show for you today. I'm Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. So, today we are going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about Netflix and their earnings. Their earnings came out yesterday at the bell, or at the closing bell, and didn't really get to cover it much because I was doing the live show, but took a better look at it yesterday after the show and studied the data more and made more sense of it. So we'll read about Netflix and how the earnings affected it, and I'll just discuss my own personal opinion about how Netflix is looking for the future. Got some Tesla news, negative Tesla news. Probably not the biggest deal in the world, but we'll go over that because everyone loves Tesla and Tesla news, and I believe Tesla is trading a little bit up today. We got some Apple news, and this is different from yesterday's Apple news. If everyone recalls, yesterday there was the Apple Day event, which a lot of people thought they thought it'd be better. It was pretty disappointing, to say the least. Didn't really get too much. We got different color iMacs and the purple iPhone, and now you have Find My iPhone, except you pay monthly for it. Anyway, besides that, we got more negative news coming out about Apple. So stay tuned for that. And then we'll talk about a statement that Janet Yellen made. Janet Yellen is the Treasury Secretary regarding the EV space. So some comments, we'll go over some comments she made and how that might potentially affect energy and electric vehicles down the road. Then we'll talk about a little bit of fun news. It kind of has to do with financials and the market, but it's more of a sports story, and that is about the Super League that was supposed to launch yesterday or in the last couple of days, and that's soccer news, or football for my international viewers. So a lot of stuff to get to today. And then, of course, we got our YOLOs, which is everyone's favorite part, and the best part about this show, where we look at and analyze people's trades from the forum, from Wall Street Bets. So let's do it, guys. And before we begin, please like the video, please subscribe, and if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon, link in the description down below. Alright, so let's do it, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on today in the market. Excuse me 1 second as I pull up my TD account. Boom. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, we see the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the S&P all up over 0.9%. Dow Jones is up 0.93%, NASDAQ is up 0.91%, and the S&P is up 0.93%. So they all close about even. They all close up very big. And believe me, we needed this, or I needed this at least, and I know a lot of people needed this because just seems like we were bleeding money for a little bit there, weren't we? But this is great, and hopefully this is a start to a rally. All right, so let's take a look here. So let's start with Apple. So Apple finishes up 0.29%, and I guess this is good considering earlier in the day it looked like there was going to be in the red, and this comes after negative sentiment from yesterday's Apple Day event where, you know, there really wasn't too much impressive stuff. We got new color iMacs and a purple iPhone and some other minor stuff. Oh, we got a new box and a new TV remote for Apple TV. Right? Where's my Yeah, Apple. Apple doing great things, right? Making great innovations to improve the world. Steve Jobs would be proud. Purple iPhone, right? All right, I'm gonna stop. But also, there was more news about Apple that came out today, negative news, and that actually didn't seem to affect the stock price much. So, but anyway, we'll get to that in just a second. So stay tuned for that. What we got here? AMC is up 5.4%. Very nice. Nice recovery for AMC. AMD is up 3%. Amazon is up 0.82%. Afria is up 5.63%. ASO is down. Not that much, only down 0.83%, but that is a little surprising. Meme stocks did generally well today. Alibaba's down a little bit. Hey, look at that. BlackBerry is up 5.5%. BlackBerry was dead for a little bit, but it's nice to see. Got a little pop there. Bumble is up 3%. Bio-nanogenomics up almost 10%. Nice. Beyond Meat is up 1.88%. CCIV, which is Lucid, that's up 7.8%. Nice. The cruise lines are up. Carnival, Norwegian up very big. Canopy Growth up very big. So cannabis doing well. Cruises doing well. Airlines doing well. Oh wow, look at that. Clover finishes up 5% today. During open, this did not look good for Clover. And I can only speculate about what's going to happen to Clover, but I'm glad it went up 5% for everyone, for all the apes in Clover that have a position in Clover. I'm not personally in Clover, and I did a whole DD explaining why I'm not. If you guys if you want, go check that out. That was from a couple of days ago. But nice to see Clover is up. Chipotle is down 1.6%. Coinbase is down 2.77%. Interesting. Not the hot start that everyone thought Coinbase was going to have. Okay. What else we got here? DoorDash is down. Interesting. 0.71%. Discovery A. Wow. Discovery A is up 8.5%. DraftKings is up 5.5%. eBay's sideways. Express, which is a meme stock. Man, this thing is so volatile. That thing is up 7.88%. Facebook is up, not Facebook, Ford is up 2.45%. Facebook is down 0.39%. Kind of seems like we're rotating out of value and back into tech and high growth stocks. That's not financial advice, but it seems like a pattern is emerging here. Okay. Fubo is up over 6%. Congratulations to all you apes who have Fubo. GME. Oh, look, GME finished. GME is pretty sideways. And Google is pretty sideways. Not bad. They were down earlier.
Here's a result from search.
What? I said Google and then my phone thought I was talking to it. Sorry. Okay. What else we got? IBM is up almost 4%. Intel is up 1.6%. J&J sideways. It's been withstanding their negative news pretty well. Kraft Heinz is up 1.34%. I know some apes have that. Koss is up 7.55%. That is the headphones company. Li Auto is up 3.24%. Lemonade is up almost 11%. Marathon, which is the Bitcoin exposure stock, that's up over 4%. McDonald's is down a little bit. Yeah, it seems like your value is not doing too well today, and tech and everything else is flying. Moderna is up 8%. Nice for Moderna. Microsoft is up 0.9%. Match is up 0.95%. Microvision. This is a big story today. Microvision. And this is very popular on Wall Street Bets and popular with the apes. I saw a lot of DDs about Microvision and a lot of hype about Microvision. And it appears that it's being short squeezed. Can't confirm that, and don't quote me on that. But it appears that Microvision is squeezing at the moment. And it's up 20.32% today, and it was just squeezing all day. I think it opened red, and it squeezed up and up and up, and it finishes over 20%. So, congratulations to everyone holding Microvision, and it'll be interesting to see how much this squeezes. Okay. Norwegian is up over 10%. Yeah, cruise line's doing very good. Netflix, getting slammed. It recovered a little bit from yesterday, because yesterday after hours it really went down after the missed numbers on their earnings. They actually didn't miss on their EPS and their revenue, but they missed on their subscriber projections, which is their most important stat that people care about. So it was down to 500 yesterday. So it is recovering a little bit, but still Netflix getting slammed. But we'll talk about this a little more in a second. I'll give you my analysis and opinion on what's going on with Netflix. Neo's up 5.33%. Very nice. Very nice. I needed that. What else we got? Nike's up 2.2%. Nikola's up. Don't know why. Playboy. I talked about Playboy yesterday, and I didn't even know that Playboy was a public company. And I did a little bit of research, not too much, but this thing's been flying of late, Playboy. So that's interesting. I wonder why. All right. Palantir is up almost 4%. Very nice for all you apes that have Palantir. Myself included. I have Palantir. So, very nice after, days and days of slaughter. Plug is up 7.5%. That's a meme stock. Okay. PayPal is up 0.17%. Roblox is up 3.64%. Riot blockchain, that's Bitcoin exposure stock, that's up over 7%. Very nice. It's been falling of late, so nice little recovery there. Romeo Power, another meme stock, up over 9%. Roku up 0.5%. Skills. What is going on with Skills? Well, I kind of know what's going on. It's being short squeezed. But honestly, I didn't look. Last time I looked at this morning, this was like at 15, around up plus 15%. Ooh, what's going on here? Okay. And it finishes 33% up for the day. What the hell is going on with Skills? Wow. All right. Congratulations to all you apes with Skills. Snapchat down 0.32%. Sundial is up 3.26%. Meme stock's doing well. Virgin Galactic is back up 6.1%. It's been getting slammed recently. Richard Branson and Chamath selling off. Spotify, not very good for Spotify, down 3.5%. Oh, look, Peloton got slammed, down 6.17%. I don't know why. I guess more pullback from their negative news about their treadmill killing a baby and injuring some other people and pets. Honestly, it kind of seems undervalued. I don't know. But hey, I'm not in Peloton. That's not financial advice. All right. Square is pretty sideways. That's down 0.1%. Tilray is up almost 6%. Tesla is up 3.5%. Very nice. Got some news about Tesla a little later, so stay tuned for that. And I got some yellows about Tesla too, so stick around for that. Twitter's up 2.5%. Under Armour up 5%. Very nice. Look at that. Viacom finishes up 7.73%. Finally! Thank you. I was just watching this thing bleed and bleed and bleed for a couple weeks. And finally, get a little bit of a pop. Hopefully it continues. Wayfair is up 1.43%. Yep, so that's everything important. So very nice day for the market. Very nice recovery. For the most part, stocks are flying except for your traditional blue chips for the most part. So very nice. Everyone made some attendees today. I hope so. And hopefully this continues on for a big rally. So let's go over what's happening with the dollar, and then we'll talk about crypto very quickly, and then we'll get to the news and the YOLOs. Okay, so the dollar is pretty mixed today. It's like 50-50. It's down to about half the trading pairs and up to the other half. So dollars, I would say it's kind of sideways today. It's pretty average day for the dollar. Okay. So please give me 1 second as I pull up crypto. Sorry, it's just loading. Here we go. Okay. So, what's going on in crypto today? Let's take a look. Bitcoin is down 2% and finishes at 55K, down 12% for the week. Now, if you're familiar with crypto, it's really not that big of a deal, but to 12%, a lot of people who just jumped into crypto, that's pretty rough. But I've been in crypto for a long time. Nothing new. Ether is up 5.4%. Yeah, nice. It's doing relatively well today compared to everything else. Binance is down. Well, what just happened? That was a big jump. Down 3.7%. Still up for the week. XRP is down 2.42%. Down 23% for the week. Dogecoin finally pulling back. But that's still up 150% for the week. Cardano's up 0.69%. Still down for the week. Uniswap, that's up 10%. Litecoin's down 1.44. Or Bitcoin Cash is up 1%. Chainlink down 3%. VeChain, interesting. That's down 5%. That's up 41% for the week. Wow. Neo's down 8%. Monero's down 3%. Yeah, so kind of a red day for crypto. Some did well, but overall, you see here 1.1% decrease in crypto. So, nothing too serious. Okay, let's move on to the news. All right. I might have to mute in a sec here because I hear a siren. And, oh, it went away, but I just saw up here it said Chipotle smashed earnings. Stupid ad. Said Chipotle smashed earnings. Wonder what the stock price looks like. Because you know when you smash earnings, the stock goes down, right? But when you miss, the stock goes up. That's how it goes now. 1 second, please. I'm going to mute for this siren. Still going. Unbelievable, right? Alright, that's better. Little better. So, let's talk about Netflix. Siren's still going. Alright, let's talk about Netflix. So, this article reads, Netflix reports dramatic slowdown in subscribers. Key points. Netflix shares fell as much as 11% in after-hours trading after reporting a large miss in subscriber numbers in its first quarter earnings report. The company's revenue still grew 24% year over year and was in line with its beginning of quarter forecast, Netflix said. It also delivered a strong beat on earnings compared to street estimates. All right. So this came out yesterday. Netflix reported yesterday after the bell, but I didn't get to cover it because it was literally during the show. So let's talk about it right now. So, earnings per share, that was a beat. It was $3.75 versus their expected of $2.97. So that was a beat. Pretty decent beat too. And for revenue, their actual was $7.16 billion versus their expected of $7.13 billion. So that was also a beat, but not that big of a beat. Now this is where they missed. This is where they missed, and they missed really bad. And this is what actually most analysts and investors care about, which is global paid net subscriber additions. So new subscribers. They had 3.98 million new subscribers, but they were expected to have 6.2 million. So that's a pretty significant miss. Very large miss, all right? See, this is what most investors and analysts care about because it shows their growth. And it was interesting because Netflix blamed this on the pandemic, saying that, you know, there were production delays because they couldn't film, and essentially they blamed their miss on subscribers just on the pandemic, which doesn't really make sense because every other streaming service has thrived in the pandemic. You know, Disney Plus has quadrupled in growth in the pandemic, and they hit their 2024 goal in 1 year, 3 years early. That's amazing, and that was because of the pandemic, because people were forced to stay locked up, and they had nothing to do except watch TV, or streaming, I should say. And so while they say that, you know, this has to do with the pandemic, and you know, once we get back on track, everything will be, it's going back to normal, and the numbers are going to come back. Subscribers are going to come back. Here's what I honestly think. It seems that Netflix was once a monopoly in the streaming service, and now there's just it's a very crowded industry. You know, when Netflix started streaming, there was only like Hulu. That was their only competitor, really, and there was Prime Video, but you know nobody really uses Prime Video. Now we got all this stuff. We got Peacock, Paramount Plus, Discovery Plus, HBO Plus, you know, everything. So what I really think is going on here is that people are leaving Netflix and signing up for other services. Because also we have to remember that Netflix doesn't really have too much original content. They're now investing a lot into their original content, but they started out just licensing, right? They were renting the right to show movies and TV shows on their platform, but they didn't own the rights to that content. Now we see other companies such as Disney and Viacom CBS, they actually do own their content, and that's where all the money is. You make the most money, you make the most margins when you own the content, and you can monetize it the way you want to, with no roadblocks. So we see that with Disney Plus, they're making a lot of their own TV shows. Got a lot of movies. You know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is highly successful. They got Star Wars. They got all their Pixar and regular Disney movies. And Viacom CBS has Star Trek and Nickelodeon and MTV and BET and CBS, and you know, they all have original content. Netflix has to invest in their own original content. So for other companies, it's been a relatively easy transition into the streaming service. They just have to take their content and put it on a new platform. So, in summary, what Netflix is saying about the pandemic messing up their new subscribers, I don't buy it. That's BS to me. It appears to me that they're just losing market cap to all these new companies entering the streaming industry, and they're no longer a monopoly. They no longer hold the power that they used to have. So that's just my 2 cents about Netflix, all right? Is it still a good company? Absolutely. Will it grow? Absolutely. But this is turning more into like a blue chip stock. My apologies. But this is turning more into a blue chip stock. You know, this is more like a value stock now, and I don't think you're going to see much growth out of Netflix anymore. It had its time, and now the battlefield is fair. Now the fight is fair. All right, spent a little bit of time there, so I got to move a little bit more quickly. Okay, it's just loading. Sorry. All right, here we go. So I got some Tesla news here, and I guess this is some minor news, and it might not be that big of a deal, but still news nonetheless, so let's go over it. It reads, Tesla Vice President of Legal Al Prescott leaves to join Luminar, a LiDAR company. Key points. The move is an endorsement for LiDAR technology, which Tesla CEO Elon Musk has previously dismissed. Bill Berry, currently Tesla's head of litigation, who joined in October 2020 and previously spent time working for Google, is expected to head the Tesla department, but not assume the role of general counsel, according to people familiar with the matter. Tesla previously lost 3 general counsels over the course of a year in 2018 and 2019. Okay, so I got a couple things to say about this. So, first of all, I don't think this is anything crazy. This is just some minor news. Not good news, but I don't think it's really going to affect Tesla because they do have a history of high turnover. Um, as it says here in the key point. In 2018 and 2019, they were just turning out executives. They were coming in and out. And a lot of people were uncomfortable with that, but it seems like they've done just fine. And the high turnover really hasn't seemed to be a problem. So I really wouldn't look too much into that. I wouldn't be worried about Tesla, people leaving and new people coming in. I don't think that's big. That's too big of a deal. Now, but I will say that this guy is leaving to join a LiDAR company. And for those of you who don't know, LiDAR is a new technology that a lot of EV companies are adopting. It essentially it senses the surroundings of the car. It senses everything around it, so it helps the self-driving work better. And we see most car companies moving into this LiDAR tech now. I'm myself in the NIO stock, and NIO is a Chinese EV company, and they recently announced in January that they're going with the LiDAR tech, and this is going to help them achieve better full self-driving. And it's quite interesting because although most car makers are moving towards this LiDAR technology, and we're starting to see more companies, more startups, we're seeing more startups who make this LiDAR technology, but for some reason Elon Musk doesn't believe in LiDAR technology. He just, like it says, he dismisses LiDAR technology, and he doesn't even really want to consider it. And for those of you who don't know, Tesla has their own system for self-driving. They just have a bunch of cameras around the Tesla, like 10 to 20 cameras. Don't quote me on this, but that's how Tesla self-drives. The car just has a bunch of cameras around it, and it can see like a 360 angle of the car pretty much. But it's been proven that this is not as effective as LiDAR. So really, I don't understand why Elon Musk will not accept this LiDAR technology. And honestly, I think eventually he will have to, because that's just the way the technology is moving and the trend is moving, and every other company is doing it. Everyone knows that this is better than regular cameras. So this baffles me, really, why Elon Musk is so fixated on keeping this camera system and not moving on to LiDAR. But like I said, eventually I think Tesla's going to give in and Elon Musk is going to give in, and there will be LiDAR on Teslas eventually. Now, did this guy, Al Prescott, leave Tesla to join a LiDAR company solely for the LiDAR technology? I don't think so. They probably gave him a better offer, right? But this is interesting stuff. So, in summary, I don't think Tesla losing executives is that big of a deal. But this whole LiDAR talk and Tesla's reluctance to accept LiDAR technology is a bit concerning. I'll just say that. All right. So let's talk about some Apple. So this news just came out today, and this is not good news for Apple. Negative news for Apple. So let's just go over this very quickly. It reads, hackers reportedly stole Apple product plans from supplier Quanta. Key points. A group of hackers named Revil, I think that's how you say it, Revil, has stolen and published product blueprints from Apple supplier Quanta Computer and are holding other blueprints under a $50 million ransom, Bloomberg said on Wednesday. The hackers reportedly published design details for a new MacBook on Tuesday, when Apple was holding a product event for new products. So, Uh, earlier in the day, it was said that Apple got hacked and a lot of their intellectual property was stolen. Sorry. Now, new information is coming out, and it appears that Apple didn't actually get hacked, but one of their suppliers that they worked with got hacked, and the supplier was holding a blueprint for Apple. So, and this organization is demanding $50 million ransom by early May. I forgot. I saw it earlier today, but it was by some date in May, early May, that this ransom has to be paid. And with each day that passes that the ransom is not paid, this organization releases more intellectual property onto the internet. And Apple is really unsure of how it should handle this. It doesn't know if they should just pay the ransom and just take the L and move on with life, or if they should not give in to the hackers' demands and suffer short-term consequences for their intellectual property being out there. So, really not good news. This happens a day after the disappointing Apple event. And if you guys want, go check out my video on that. I did one yesterday. Very negative sentiment coming out of Apple. It doesn't seem like this news affected the stock price that much today, because it was only down 0.10%. But this is interesting and concerning. So I'm very curious to see what Apple ends up doing and how they end up handling the situation. What do you guys think? Comment below. How do you guys think that Apple should handle the situation? Should they pay the ransom, or should they not give in to the demands and face short-term consequences? Okay. So I'm going to try to move a little quicker here. But this stuff isn't really that important anyway. So this is about some remarks that Janet Yellen made. Our Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen. And this has to do with going green and the EV space. Okay. Seems to be working now. What is going on here? Okay. So it reads, Yellen outlines bold climate agenda, calling for net zero emissions by 2035. Key points. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called for an ambitious effort to tackle climate change. She called the approach a whole-of-economy strategy involving the public and private sectors. Under Biden, that approach has changed sharply to the point that some Republicans have said it is an overstep on Treasury's behalf. Yeah, it's kind of true. Like, why is the Treasury Secretary handling, climate change issues? That is a bit weird. But hey. Besides that, this is not a political show. We're not going to talk about politics, but this is very bullish for people looking who are invested in electric vehicles. And we see some states already taking the initiative to set their own laws about net zero emissions. I think California already signed a bill saying by 2030 or 2040, I think it's 2040, that that internal combustion engine vehicles, traditional engine vehicles, are going to be illegal by then. And some other states have followed, and other countries have followed. I think China also said that by 2040 they're going to try to get all gas cars off the road. So this is pretty ambitious. She's saying by 2035, which is in 14 years, she wants all gas cars off the road, and she wants all of us to be driving EVs. Now that'd be great, for the world and for all the investors holding EV stocks. But it is kind of ambitious. I don't know if we can make it by 2035, but it's a good goal to set, and this is overall very bullish for the EV industry. So good news for everyone holding EV stocks and who is long energy and or renewable energy and EVs. All right, I did have some news about the Super League, um, some soccer news or football, whatever you want to call it. But it seems like we're not going to be able to get to that today because I am running kind of low on time. So we'll skip that and we'll just go straight to the YOLOs. Okay, so I got a bunch of Microvision YOLOs here, and I think I got some Tesla. So yeah, we got Microvision and Tesla YOLOs today, so let's do it. So this is the first one. This one is by Ross 8D. Ross 8D. He says, Gondor calls for aid. All in Microvision, baby. Alright, so let's see what he has. Whoa! Okay, so he has 18 shares, but nobody cares, right? He has he has 1,187 contracts for Microvision. Wow, this guy is a super ape. Super ape. Got a siren here, so I might have to mute in a second. My apologies. So it does not appear that these are FDs because he's up pretty big on them already. So I'm assuming he bought these ahead of time. And this is actually a smart play, not FDs. So he has... So all of his calls are for May 21st. So 1 month out from now. And he has 430 call options for the $5.50 strike. And he has 380 call options for the $6 strike. Now, Microvision Moon today. Let me just check what that was. Yeah. So Microvision Moon today and finished at $12.50. So right now, this guy is way, way in the money. And we see that here. He has a huge gain. He's up 190K today and 240K overall. So today really boosted his gains. And yeah, quite honestly, he has a month to go, and anything can happen in a month. But quite honestly, this looks like this is going to be good. This looks like this is going to be a good trade. It'd be pretty difficult for Microvision to fall down to $6 in 1 month. And it is coming off a low, so I really don't see that happening. But again, I have seen crazy things happen before. It can happen. But I think this guy is pretty good. He should be okay. So this is pretty straightforward. Massive, massive gain. And very good trade. Very good, impressive trade. I don't believe this was an FD. This looks more like a leaps. But regardless, very nice trade. Very straightforward and very nice trade. So, yeah, he's up 190. He's up 190 grand today, and up 240 grand overall. Tendies for you. So, congratulations to you, Ross 8D. Very happy for your gain. And, yeah, good luck to you in the future. Okay, so I got another Microvision YOLO here, and this one is by Rustin Cole. I think it's Rustin Cole. It's Rustin It's Rustin COH1E. So sorry if I mispronounced there. So let's see what he has. So he has a lot of Microvision. He has a lot of Microvision shares. First of all, he has 22,100 shares of Microvision for about $230,000. And then he has 300 call options for a total of almost 60 grand. So let's see what these call options are. Okay, so 200 of those call options are for May 21st, so in 1 month, and 100 of those are for the $11 strike, and 100 of those are for the $12 strike. And then he has 100 more call options for July 16th, 2021. So, about 2 months after his May options expire. Now, hey, they're all in the money. They're all in the money as of right now. You know, Microvision finished at $12.5, $12.5. Microvision finished at $12.5. So, yeah, all of his calls are in the money as of right now. And this was posted 14 hours ago. So, so these numbers you see here are probably a lot more green. It's a lot bigger than what you see here. So now this is different from the last guy because his calls are kind of at the money and not way in the money. So the chances of this working are significantly less than the last guy we talked about. So if I were this guy, Rustin, I would consider taking some profits at this point. Because you don't know what's going to happen in 1 month, and he's probably up a lot of money right now. Probably multiple 6 figures. So it would probably be wise to take some profit and let the rest ride. That's what I would do. Not financial advice. So, yeah, still has a month to go on his May calls and 2 months to go on his July calls, but he looks to be in pretty good shape here. Again, not over. Anything can happen, but he's already in the money with over a month to go. So, yeah, congratulations, Rustin Cole, on the tendies. So, congratulations so far, and please post updates, because I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Alright, next one. So this one is by Nose Joker, or Nos Joker. It's NOS Joker 21. Yeah. So this one is by Nose Joker 21, or Nos Joker 21. He says, all in on microvision. Let's do this. And let's take a look at what he has. Alright, he has 100 call options for July 16th. Not exactly sure what his strike price is, but his break even is $31.15. So I'm assuming his strike price is $30. Oh yeah, it says right here. Sorry. So he has 100 call options for July 16th at the $30 strike. And right now, that's worth... So right now, those calls are worth about $12,000. See, all right. Now we're getting a bit more ambitious here, right? The first guy... What's going on? Lagging a little bit. Okay, that's better. Sorry. So now we're getting a little bit ambitious here, right? Because the first guy had a $6 strike price, very reasonable, very in the money already. The guy after that, the previous guy, had a $12 strike price. Again, pretty reasonable. That's in the money at the moment, and has a high probability of finishing in the money. Now this one is for a $30 strike. This is I will say this is pretty ambitious, all right? Because Microvision closed at $12.50 today. So that means you would need approximately about a 150% gain for your contracts to go in the money at $30. And you have about a little less than 3 months to get there. Do I think Microvision is going to get to $30 in 3 months? Maybe. It's definitely possible, but probably not. Probably not. That is a bit of a stretch. But this guy seems to be very confident. You know, that's a very ambitious strike price for an expiry date that's pretty close. So maybe he knows something that we don't know. And maybe all of these guys YOLOing in Microvision know something that we don't know. And I hope they do. I hope the thing moons. I hope Microvision moons and they make their tendies. So honestly, this one looks like it's gonna expire worthless, but it remains to be seen. Um, so Nose Joker 21, good luck to you. I really hope this works. And yeah, I really do hope Microvision goes to $30 because, man, you're going to be rich if it does. You're going to print a fat one. So good luck to you. And please post updates. All right. Now I got some Tesla YOLOs. So I got this first one, and then there's a part 2 to this. So let's get into it. So this one is by Chicago 1313. And I definitely reviewed this guy before, like twice. I definitely remember. I definitely remember this guy, me reviewing his YOLOs before. So I think this is the third time that I'm reviewing a YOLO by Chicago 1313. So he seems to be very active on the forum, somewhat of a superstar. He says, big YOLO on Tesla. Am I doing it right? I want to say the last word, but I try not to curse on YouTube, so you can read it for yourself. So this guy has FDs. He has 40 FDs of Tesla. He has April 23rd calls, so that expires in 2 days at the $715 strike price. So this looks like a $50,000 YOLO, and right now it says he's up 24K. So he's up almost 50% already on this FD. Amazing. If I could find here it is. Yeah, usually FDs don't work, and this one is printing. So in this post, he's up 24K, about 50%. But he actually posted a part 2 just recently. So let's take a look at that one really quick. Okay, and this is his part 2. And this was posted just an hour ago, just before I did the show. It says, big ass YOLO, Tesla update 3 hours later. So, same trade. He didn't change anything. 40 contracts expiring April 23rd at the $715 strike. Except he's up way more. Except he's up over 100% more than he was 3 hours prior. So the first post was he was up 24K. 3 hours later, he's up 62K. Very nice, very nice. Congratulations. I guess you are doing it right. Let me check Tesla's price very quickly. Or do that again. Okay, so today Tesla closed at 7:45. Honestly, that's kind of close. Anything can happen in 2 days, all right? Um so at 7:45, we would need about a 5% decrease by Friday for Tesla to come back down below $715. And that's very, very possible. All right, $5 or 5% swing day for Tesla, that happens all the time. And so this is getting pretty dangerous here. All right, he's already up 120% on his trade, which is very nice, but he can actually lose everything if things go wrong in the next 2 days. So my personal advice, what I would do is cash out half, at least half. Either cash out half or cash out all. Because that's a lot of money, man. You're up 62K and you could end up losing it all. So you got to take something out. Either half your profits or all your profits and call it a day. Either take half of it out and let the rest ride. Either take half of it out and let the rest ride until Friday, or just take all of it out right now and call it a day. Take your 62K out and, pop your champagne, smoke your blunt, whatever. But, again, I have reviewed this guy several times now, and it seems like he's a pretty big ape. So despite what I say, I think that, and it appears that he's just going to diamond hands this all the way through. So this is going to get really entertaining. This is going to be really entertaining. Either he's going to walk away with a lot of attendees, or this is going to be a huge guh. So, Chicago 1313, congratulations so far. And I really hope this works out for you. I hope everything goes well and Tesla stays above 715 for your sake and for all the other apes, for their sakes, because I know a lot of people have Tesla. So, very curious to see what happens in the next 2 days. And please post updates, and I'm sure you will, because you're always on the forum, and I'm sure I'm gonna be reviewing your update in the next couple of days. So I'll stay posted for that. So thank you for posting, Chicago 1313. All right, last one. It's another Tesla YOLO. This one is by Kiko U. This one is by Kickle U. He just says Tesla YOLO. So pretty straightforward. He has 2 call options, one expiring in 2 weeks on April 30th, and that is at the $730 strike. And then he has another call option expiring May 7th at the $705 strike. Now, they're both in the money, but it says he's down. So that's pretty interesting. Well, 7 hours ago. 10 o'clock. So I think that these numbers are a little wrong because it's not updated. Since he posted this, Tesla did have a pretty big pop today. So these are in the money, and I don't believe that... It says he's negative here. I don't believe this is true. Anymore, at least. Now, this is pretty risky. Because Tesla's at 745, and it needs to stay above 730 for the next 1.5 weeks for his call option to work out. Is Tesla going to stay above $730 in the next 1.5 weeks? Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully, because we all want Tesla to succeed, right, and go to the moon. But let's be realistic. Nobody knows. And it's just $15 away from the current price, the current trading price. So this one is going to be really close. I think he's going to diamond hands it all the way through. And then he has the $705 call, which appears to be relatively safe. That one expires in 2.5 weeks. And is Tesla going to be above $705 in 2.5 weeks? Again, no way to know for sure, but there's a way bigger chance of that than Tesla finishing over $730. So the $705 call has a much higher probability of success than the $730 call. But anything can happen. Anything can happen. Tesla can take off and these can moon in the next couple of weeks, or it can tank and he's gonna lose all his money. But this was only for about $8,000, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not a crazy YOLO like, some of the other ones that I review. But a pretty risky YOLO nonetheless, and deserves some credit. So, good luck to you. Kickle you. I hope this works out for you. I hope Tesla does very well in the short term and the long term. And please post updates. Alright, guys, and that is the show. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. Not financial advice. Let's try that again. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. I see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then.